Attention passionate Detroit, Lions fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Detroit Lions' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Detroit Lions fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Detroit Lions fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. I've got some intriguing, almost shocking news that might just shake the foundation of the NFC North this coming season. And I'm talking about a trade that could redefine the Detroit Lions' future, a move that, if it happens, could elevate this team to a new level of Super Bowl contender status. We're diving deep into this, breaking down the why, the how, and what it all could mean for the Lions and their division rivals. So, buckle up, because this isn't just some rumor, this could be a game changer. Let's start by setting the scene. The NFL offseason has been buzzing, as usual, with teams making moves, trying to position themselves for a deep playoff run. The Detroit Lions, coming off an impressive 2023 season where they made it all the way to the NFC Championship game, a huge step forward for a franchise that's been hungry for success for decades, are now looking to take that next leap. And part of that leap could involve a significant upgrade at the wide receiver position. Now, the Lions already have a solid core led by Amon-Ra St. Brown, who established himself as one of the league's top receivers last season, showing incredible route running, reliable hands, and a knack for making big plays when it matters most. But as good as St. Brown is, the Lions need more firepower, especially with the NFL's increasingly explosive offenses. And that's where the rumors start to swirl. There's talk, and I emphasize this is still speculation, that the Lions might be eyeing a high-profile trade to bring in a game-changing wide receiver. And interestingly enough, the name that's been floated around is Deebo Samuel, formerly of the San Francisco 49ers. Now, this isn't just some random rumor. There are logical reasons why Detroit could be the perfect landing spot for Deebo Samuel if the right circumstances come together. You see, Samuel, with his unique blend of receiving and rushing ability, has become one of the most dynamic weapons in the NFL. His versatility as a receiver who can line up all over the field, combined with his ability to run after the catch, makes him a nightmare for defenses. But of course, every move in the NFL is about timing and fit, and right now, the trade market might open up if the Washington Commanders, who acquired Samuel this offseason, find themselves in a tricky spot. Yeah, that's right, the Commanders. The team that initially looked like they were trying to build around Jaden Daniels, a young quarterback with loads of potential, but early videos from their offseason activities suggest Samuel's been a bit sluggish, maybe even underwhelming. And that's not good news for a team that's counting on him as their secondary threat, especially if his contract situation becomes a distraction or if he does gel quickly with the offense. The Commanders, despite their ambitions, could find themselves in a tough spot if Samuel doesn't produce as expected early in the season. This could lead to some tough decisions, and one of those might be trading Samuel before the NFL trade deadline in October. Now, if that actually happens, and I want to be clear, this is still a possibility, not a certainty, the Detroit Lions could be the perfect team to swoop in and make a move. Why? Because Detroit has a clear need at the wide receiver position, and they're in a prime position to make a push for a Super Bowl. They already proved last year that they're a serious contender, and with some upgrades, they could be even more dangerous. The Lions' offense has been trending upward, with Jared Goff playing some of the best football of his career, and the addition of a player like Deebo Samuel would give them that extra spark, that extra dimension that defenses simply can't handle. Think about it. Amon-Ra St. Brown is already a top-tier receiver, but he's more of a reliable route runner and possession receiver. Jameson Williams, who flashed signs of brilliance last season, is still developing and needs to find consistency. Jahmyr Gibbs, the young running back, has shown he's capable of making big plays, but the Lions need a true deep threat to stretch the field, something Samuel excels at. Bringing Deebo in would allow the Lions to diversify their offensive attack, creating mismatches all over the field. Imagine Goff throwing to Samuel on quick slants or screens, utilizing his rushing ability to pick up yards after the catch, or even lining him up as a running back in certain packages. That kind of versatility would keep defenses guessing and open up running lanes for Gibbs and others. But it's not just about adding talent. It's about maximizing the offensive scheme. With John Morton stepping into the offensive coordinator role, the Lions are looking to keep the momentum going from the Ben Johnson era, which was marked by innovation and explosive plays. Samuel's presence would make that transition smoother, giving Morton more options and flexibility. His ability to line up all over the field and create chaos for defenses would be invaluable. Plus, Samuel's rushing ability and knack for making plays in tight spaces could be the difference-maker in close games, especially in the playoffs. Now, let's consider the bigger picture. The NFC North is evolving rapidly. The Green Bay Packers, with their young quarterback Jordan Love, are trying to find their footing, and the Minnesota Vikings are always dangerous with their offensive firepower. The Chicago Bears, another team on the rise, are working to build a competitive roster. But the Lions have a golden opportunity to capitalize on the division's current state. If they land Deebo Samuel, they'd not only bolster their offense but also send a message to the entire league. Detroit is serious about contending now, not just in the future. And I know what some of you might be thinking, is this realistic? Well, given the current NFL trade landscape, teams are always looking to shake things up before the season starts, and a player of Samuel's caliber doesn't come around often. The Lions have the draft capital and the cap space to make it happen if they decide to go all in. And let's not forget, Detroit has been aggressive in recent years, making bold moves when it counts. So, if the opportunity presents itself, don't be surprised if we see the Lions pull the trigger. Of course, a trade like this wouldn't come without some questions. Can Samuel stay healthy and consistent over a full season? How would he fit into the Lions' offensive scheme from day one? Would the team be willing to part with key assets? Those are the questions that will be debated in the coming weeks. But one thing is clear: the Lions are a team that's always looking for ways to improve, and this kind of move could be exactly what they need to push them over the edge. Now, let's take a quick look at some of the key stats and recent history that support this potential move. Last season, Samuel played in 14 games, catching 57 passes for 632 yards and 6 touchdowns, while also rushing for 159 yards and 2 touchdowns. His yards after catch average was among the best in the league, showcasing his ability to turn short catches into big gains. His versatility is unmatched, and that's exactly what the Lions' offense needs to keep defenses honest. Meanwhile, the Lions' offense overall ranked among the top in points scored and yards gained last season, but they lacked that one extra piece to really make defenses pay. In terms of team trajectory, Detroit has been building steadily, strong draft picks, smart free agent signings, and a coaching staff that's proven they can develop talent and scheme effectively. The addition of a player like Samuel would be the final puzzle piece for a team that's ready to take a real shot at the Super Bowl. The NFC is wide open, and if the Lions can make a move that gives them that extra edge, they could be the team nobody wants to face come playoff time. And finally, it's worth mentioning the fan perspective. Detroit fans are some of the most passionate in the league, and they've waited patiently for a true contender. Every offseason, there's this hope that the team will take that leap, and this season feels different. The potential of adding a player like Deebo Samuel, a game changer, a difference maker, could be exactly the kind of move that ignites the city and the fan base. It's about winning now, about making a statement, and about finally bringing that Lombardi trophy back home to Detroit. So, as we await official news, keep your eyes on the Lions, because this offseason could be historic if they decide to make a bold move. Whether it's Deebo Samuel or another impactful player, one thing is for sure: Detroit is not just playing for the future anymore, they're playing to dominate and to finally claim what's theirs. And I, for one, can't wait to see how this story unfolds. Remember, the NFL offseason is always full of surprises, and the Lions are no strangers to making bold, game-changing moves. Stay tuned, because the best is yet to come. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Detroit Lions news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Detroit Lions fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential blockbuster move? Do you believe the Lions should go all in and trade for Deebo Samuel? Would he be the perfect fit? Or do you think there are other options better suited for the team's needs? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Lions. We love hearing your insights, your hopes, and your predictions for this upcoming season. Remember, this isn't just about speculation. It's about building a community of passionate fans who believe in their team and want to see them succeed. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, rumors, analysis, and everything you need to stay ahead of the curve in the NFL. Whether it's a trade, a signing, or a strategic move, we're here to cover it all. So stay tuned, stay passionate, and let's get ready for what promises to be an unforgettable season for the Detroit Lions. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Lions!